You probably read that title and you're like, what is Shane's talking about? I talk about all kinds of stuff on the show with you guys. I just, for some reason, I feel like this is where I'm going to share my innermost thoughts. It's not a secret. These are not really secrets or anything. I've talked about maybe some of them here and there, but I also talk them very much in my mainstream work. So since you are paying your hard-earned money to me, which I appreciate so much, I feel like I want to give you some really good content, some stuff you're not getting anywhere else. If you're a follower of James Lott Jr. That's why I'm talking about this subject. That I'm trying to get the shame out of this also. There's things that are shameful, and this is not shameful at all. I was a bedwetter. I was reading Sarah Silverman's book, where she talks about it. And she talks about it with such unabashedness. That's not even a word. She's unabashed about it. That's the word I want to use. And open about it and just regular about it. How funny the choice of word there. That I wanted to do the same thing. I'm not going to do it in a book, but maybe one day. But I want to talk to you about it. And tell you it's something that I don't talk about very often or very much. I haven't told many people. Don't know why. Maybe I was shameful about it. I don't know. I mean, I usually talk about everything else. You know what I mean? Talk about everything else. But it's something that statistically it happens with boys more than girls. Making girls be bedwetters also, but it's not. They can't. But it's it's more boys. There are various reasons why there are bedwetters. I was looking at these statistics. Let me see if I can pull them up as I'm talking to you. I was a bedwetter when I was a kid, so I was about 10 years old. Stats. Okay. It happens. It can be a normal thing. It's between 5 and 7 million kids have it. Even though I was potty trained, I'm going to tell you I was potty trained. So I know how to go. I knew how to go to the bathroom. That wasn't it. They say that. Let's see. Sometimes it is just accidents, of course. Sometimes there are medical causes like urinary tract infections, child diabetes. Sometimes they say it's mostly part of the process. I'm looking at this thing over here and talk about that. And people usually grow out of it, which I did. I grew out of it. I remember as a kid being just knowing about it and being very cautious about it and knowing that I do bedwet. And I remember I spent at people's houses here and there. And I remember just one time staying at my cousin's house and being really nervous when I was going to bedwet in her house. And I suffered a separate they had like a little rollaway bed or something. And I was being so nervous and I couldn't sleep. And so I was like 8 or 9. I remember actually going to the bathroom. But that whole night I did not really sleep. I was so tired. I was so afraid. I went to Hawaii to play baseball when I was 10 years old. That's a whole other story. I'm gonna tell you guys. It's a whole other story. Me playing baseball to go to Hawaii because I always wanted to go to Hawaii. But I knew I was a bedwetter, and I remember we had our own beds. Thank God, we had our own beds. We stayed at a hotel, the Island Colony Hotel, Waikiki. I'm sorry to say I hid it from the other kids, and I didn't even have plastic or anything with me. I don't know why I didn't bring plastic. But I remember I peed a bit. But I know that this housekeeping, they probably knew. They never said anything to the elders who were with us or anything. They never said anything to me. But I think I peed in bed almost every night, just about every other night. I peed in bed every night. That wasn't like every night, but I was just here and there. So it was really interesting. But I look back at it later, they never said anything. Now, I look back, I've had much therapy in my life and stuff, and I've not went to bed since. I don't know why I went to bed. Like usually I can look back and go, oh, it's because of this. I'm just not sure what my reason. Maybe it just was a natural development thing. My brother, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Was I scared of him? Was I mad at my father? I mean, who knows? I have no idea if that has anything to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. But I just remember I grew out of it somehow, and I was fine. Like I said, I didn't bedwet every day, but and my brother and I have bunk beds. We had separate beds, and so my mother did we bedwet, and she, she wasn't really mean about it. I don't remember her being mean about it. I think she just was like, "You got to clean your own." I had to wash my own sheets, and everything. But I don't remember her being mean about it. But it's something I don't talk about very often. I don't think about very often. I thought I'd share with you guys. I just remember there was shame involved when I was a kid. Everybody to find out. I don't know if anybody knew other than my mom and them. I don't know a recollection. But now they have pads and you can wear diapers and they have all kinds of stuff like that. They have the plastic sheeting you put over it, all that kind of stuff. Protect the mattress. That's all part of the mattress. I feel bad, but I did. So I guess I'm just going to say that. Something I don't think about very often, but I thought I better share it with you guys because it's a lot to be a bedwetter. It is. I'm James Lott Jr. More content, more episodes coming of this show. We got a lot of episodes of this show. Check them out. They're on here on Patreon. Tell your friends. Go to Patreon. James talks about peeing in a bed. No, and other things also. I'm James Lott Jr. and I'll see you guys next time.